All right, last match with Ends Zoroark. Okay, opponent deciding to go first. Okay, that's not bad. Double Zorua and Darumaka, even though the game just chose which one to put in the active for me, so that's always scary. At least it's one that I wanted. And we are facing Festival Lead, which has gotten way more popular since rotation. Okay, and they just draw pass. So luckily not a strong turn from them. But I don't have a whole lot going on in my hand now, so we're just going to immediately Lilies. And that's pretty good. So let's go for the third Zorua, because I have a feeling I'm going to need all three. And we'll go with the Yveltal. And I'll give it the energy. Give me the free retreat due to the castle. And clutch. So they're going to need a lot in order to be able to attack. They didn't get any Grookey, so there's going to be no Thwackey this turn. Even if they get a Diplin, they're going to have to get the Festival Grounds in order to attack twice. Okay, energy, Lilies, there's a Grookey. Another Applin. Often for Grookey and Goldeen. Wow, they're actually tumbling attack. Okay. I guess may as well do something. And actually that 10 damage is important because now it would get knocked out by one do the wave. And then something else would have to take the second hit. So I'm going to Meowth. And let's Lilies, because I could have bossed and, like, you know, clutched on one of the Grookies, but if they evolve, it doesn't matter. I prioritize setup more importantly. Okay, and that's not bad. So I've got Darmanitan. If I could get a... Oh, I need a Ends PP up and energy in the discard. Okay, let's try again. I do trade into another Zoroark. Okay, trade the dark energy. And I still didn't get what I needed. Yeah, let's just clutch again. Take a prize. I'll promote the Goldeen. Okay, there's Thwackey. There's Sea King. So now they're going to Boom Boom Groove for another Thwackey. And then they use the second Thwackey for the Festival Grounds. Yep, there's that. And then they'll be able to double Rapid Draw with Sea King. So that's 4 more cards going in the hand. At least they do have to use both on the Yveltal. Okay, and I'm putting the Meowth here because I don't get free retreat anymore. Which supporter to use? Let's start with trade. See what I can get from my trades before I make any decisions. I won't need that. Okay, Binding Mochi. Let's get rid of the Puffin. Gosh. No energy, no PP up. That's crazy. Okay, well, let's discard both of these. Because I'm not going to need the Zekrom. There's nothing that's going to require me to hit that hard. But I want my other trade. This game is definitely going to hinge on the Flame Body Cannon. Because they're going to take multiple prizes when they knock out one of my EXs. I need to be able to take out multiple knockouts in a turn to keep up. So let's trade away an Ultra Ball. Okay, ends Castle and Pheasantipity, which Pheasantipity would work. Okay, let's go with that. And flip the script. Okay. Energy. And so let's scoop up the Meowth. Now it's out of the way, and if I need it again, I'll be able to play it down again. And yeah, let's Night Joker. Flame Body Cannon, get the Applin out. Oh no! Sea King has more than 90 HP. I was thinking 2 knockouts. That's literally anything else would have been knocked out by that. Well, no, the Thwackies would survive it too, so yikes, that's bad. I don't have a second attacker lined up. I don't have the PP up. What I should have done was promoted anyone else, put down the Petrant, Binding Mochi on Zoroark, subjugating Chains, that would have been a knockout on the Sea King, as well as the Applin, and they would have been stuck with just 2 Thwackies, and Boom Boom Groove would not have been available. So that was a big misplay on my part. So it cost me a prize, and it cost me delaying their setup. Oh gosh, okay. And then, of course, they came in with the unfair stamp. They're able to double Boom Boom Groove. Yeah, they didn't miss a beat on that. And the Darmanitan, that is smart. Because Rapid Draw will knock it out. 4 more cards in hand. Again, luckily it did require both, even with weakness. But, wow, what a swing turn. Okay, and so I promote the Pheasantipity because they can't knock it out, even with double attack, even if they were able to do the wave twice. Well, I say that, unless they were to get like the Brave Bangle or Maximum Belt. Oh gosh, okay. Let's flip the script. I need ends PP up. And possibly that Petrant, which I didn't play earlier. Let's start trading. Get rid of Baniri because I definitely don't want to put the Megalopony in play. Giving them 3 prizes with a single knockout is bad. Second trade. Let's get to the Black Belt's training. I don't think they even have any EX Pokemon in there. Okay, here we go. There's the NSPP up. So let's do that and get one of these attached. Oh, and both Darumaka's are in the discard. That's bad. Let's grab one of those back. Because I still think Flame Body Cannon is the key. Okay, I do have one more trade. So let's trade away the Cyrano. Okay, well I don't need the Buddy Buddy Puffin, so let's Ultra Ball. Get rid of those two. Use the Pecharunt. And I don't need the Binding Mochi anymore. Okay, Subjugating Chains. And, oh, I don't get poisoned because of Festival Grounds. That is interesting. So would the Binding Mochi have even worked? Wow, so that, yeah, that's the second, or the actual effect of the Festival Grounds that everyone forgets, including me, is that you can't be affected by special conditions. Which means if I can't be poisoned, Binding Mochi doesn't activate. Okay, and they do get Dipplin in the active with the Brave Bengal. They do have the full bench, so what is that? I think they still have to hit me twice with Do the Wave. So they're still just getting one knockout here, even after weakness. Yeah, because 130 is 260. They'll have to use both attacks on a single Zoroark. Or maybe not. Yikes. Okay, Kieran, extra 40. So 130, 170. Double that. So they're going to hit me for 340. Bug catching set for nothing. Do the wave. Oh, 320. Okay. But yeah, Kieran I think is just an additional 30. Black Belt is additional 40 against EXs. And I'm going to give him the Fezandipity because it's not weak to grass. So it survives this hit. But not by a lot, and it will definitely go down next turn. Okay. So energy there. Luckily I do have an NSPP up in my hand already. Okay, and I've flipped the script plus 2 trades. So I need Darmanitan or a way to get Darmanitan. Yeah, let's go with Cypher Maniac. Okay, Darmanitan's in the discard, so we need the Night Stretcher. Get another Ends PP up. Trade. Yeah, and I can't use Monkey Dory because I'm going to need my manual attachments. Nice Stretcher. The Darmanitan. Evolve. I'll put that guy down so I have another way to attack when needed, because I'll be able to take 2 prizes this turn. I'll just need 1 more. Okay, let's trade again. I'm not going to need all of these boss's orders. Let's get rid of one of those and see what we get. Okay. So I'll be able to take out 2 of them. Question is, do they already have another Diplin and another energy in the hand? So let's take out the 2 Diplin on the board right now. Okay, do they have it? Because right now, they're not going to be able to Boom Boom Groove. They put Thwacky in the active. Crushing Hammer. Well, that's obnoxious. That might have saved them. That coin flip might have saved the game. That's insane. Okay, there's Lilies. They only get 6. But if they get Diplin Energy... There's the Diplin. There's the energy. Okay, so they didn't need a Crushing Hammer. They just needed the good Lilies. Do the wave, 200. And 200 again. Okay, that was a good game. It was a close one against weakness. Man. Okay, that is it for the series with Ends Zoroark EX. And we came out with a losing ratio. It could have been 50-50 if I had won that last game. But we'll start with the wins, because I did beat an Ogerpon Meganium, which was great, although I did lose to one also. I beat Dragapult twice, so with Zoroark I never lost to Dragapult, and then I did beat some other deck that all I saw was Pheasantipity, and they immediately conceded. It's the fastest concede I've ever seen. We literally didn't even play our cards down, so whatever they got in their opening hand was enough for them to be like, nope. But as for the losses, there was the Greninja, Mega Frostlass, there was an Archaludon, which was interesting. Then there was a different, like a Mega Starmie deck, Then I lost to Overpon Meganium, which you would expect. It's a grass deck that can hit really hard. They don't have to hit that hard in order to knock you out when you've got weakness. Then I lost to a Festival Lead deck, and then my very last game was another loss to Festival Lead, but I could have won if only I had done Binding Mochi and used Subjugating Chains and knocked out that dumb Sea King along with the Dipplin or Applin on the bench, whatever it was. So overall, I enjoy the deck. I think that I probably would play it differently. I know I use Piper's List for the vast majority, but of course, you know, she is an actual competitive player who goes to regional tournaments, and the stuff you see there is not always going to be the stuff that you see in PTCGL, and so you definitely want to tailor your deck for the audience where you'll be playing it. So PTCGL, there's a lot more variation. It's harder to know, like, okay, what's the current meta, because not everyone's going to go for that unless you're just playing Dragapult. But yep, the season is still going. Got some work to do, and we'll move on to the next deck.